Pucara Gold, Los Toritos de Pucara. We're focused in Peru, as Eric mentioned. And again, just a little bit, you need to do your due diligence. There's a part of Peru, south central, Ayacucho, where we've been looking for large, open pitable, volcanic hosted gold deposits. We've been in this area for about 10 years, 8 years as a private company, until we just went public last month. We have 2 advanced properties, one that's permitted, and we are drilling now. We just started drilling a couple of weeks ago, and Ken Belloweg, our Vice President of Exploration, and I were on the property and kicked off that initial drilling of a virgin property, never been tested. Along with our team, besides Ken Belloweg, who came from Alamos Gold a few years ago, he joined our team. Dave Oram, board member from Sandstorm Gold, Andy Swarthout, who's been running Bear Creek mining down in Peru, and they're building a mine now. We have a lot of experience in Peru and in the gold markets, as well as exploration. Mr. Laskowski and Solomus, certainly they're well respected in exploration business. We're focused in this part of southern Peru, where this belt of Miocene age volcanics comes from Chile, where the Maricunga belt hosts multi-million ounce gold deposits into Salares Norte, recently discovered by Gold Fields, into Peru, where several deposits like Pucara, Yanacocha, high sulfidation epithermal deposits are producing, going into Ecuador, all the way into Colombia. That's the belt of rocks we're in. So those are our 2 properties that are most advanced that I'll be talking about, Lourdes and Pucara. A little bit about our capital structure. We got 62 million shares outstanding. We have warrants from a 2017 financing, fully diluted at 73.5 million shares. Our institutional and corporate holdings, just to mention a little bit about that, when we started out in 2013, we had Exploration Capital Partners. 2015 came in Resource Capital Funds. And then 2016, Ken Belloweg joined us to help us with our exploration. And then 2017, when we were looking for more money, we contacted Sandstorm Gold Royalties, and they were excited enough that they sent Dave Lowell and Mary Little down to perform some due diligence on the properties, and they were excited, gave thumbs up. We've got about $8 million cash in our bank account today, fully funded for this drill program that we're kicking off at Lourdes of 5,000 meters plus. This is just a picture showing that part of Peru that we're interested in, Ayacucho region. The Ayacucho region is one of those areas we focused on. It's an immature exploration province. When Peru opened up in 93, 94 and changed its mining laws and started inviting companies in, activities were really extensive in northern Peru, where Yanacocha was found, and Pucara, as well as in the south. And they left this area underexplored because it was one of the last holdings of the Shining Path domestic terrorist organization well into the late 90s. Also note on this slide is our properties in red, and then some of the big boys that are playing in this neighborhood of these volcanic rocks that run north, west, southeast, or top left to lower right in between those 2 blue lines. Barrick, BHP, Rio Tinto, Newmont, Hudbay, and the list goes on. So there's a lot of interest in this area, and we've been playing in this for almost 10 years. Here's our Lourdes property, again, with that intersection, the Andean trend from the northwest to the southeast of these volcanic rocks. And we have this north-south intersection here where we're looking right down the gun barrel to the south to the Apumayo mine. It's a producing mine, similar kind of target, high sulfidation epithermal gold, volcanic hosted. On our property, we've got up to 1.7 grams in granular silica, which is pretty good. And this has never been drill tested before, this property. Grassroots, that's what we do. This is a picture of the Apumayo operating mine. A circle on the right is just a hull pack for scale. They've produced 300,000 ounces of gold from here. Run of mine, granular silica. Basically, it's very friable. They just pick it up and scoop it and put it on the leach pads. Average head grade here, 0.4. We've visited the mine, and certainly they talk about higher grades. It's run by a private company, Arantani, and so they don't need to talk very much about it. They like the low profile of it. This is an alteration map of our property, the Lourdes property. What I want you to note here is just the scale of things. Those are 1 kilometer boxes. The ellipsoids in there are the diatremes. The diatremes is where the gold mineralization is occurring. And we do have gold in the system. We've sampled it in several places. As I said, we've been working on this for a while. We've got 6 diatremes. Any one of these diatremes can be a mineral deposit in itself. For instance, at Salares Norte, Goldfields discovery in Peru, in Chile a few years ago, 3.5 million ounces, 5 grams per ton. Pretty amazing. Cascada diatreme here. I'm going to show you a little picture later just about that area, and I'll also show some geophysics that goes right across the center here. This is a heat map of gold. The red being the higher values. Up on the tops of the ridge, we see lower gold values, lots of argillic alteration up here, advanced argillic alteration. As we get deeper in the system topographically, we increase the gold values. That's what you expect in these high sulfidation systems. The geophysics here, we're seeing this intense blue area, which has got a mushroom shape. We're interpreting that high resistive area to be silica. That's what a diatreme pipe is going to look like at depth. And we've got several of those. And also over here to the right, the other diatreme, Pachahuayco. Our chargeability, we've got low chargeability, which is interpreted to mean oxidized rock. So we've got oxidized rock down at least 200 meters, which is all good for what we're doing. I'm going to show you a 3-dimensional model of the resistivity. And this is what it looks like. That's our property outline with the geophysics. There's a 1 kilometer bar right there. And as we move around here, what I want you to note is this keel of resistivity that's shown and goes to depth to where it's modeled to 300 meters. It's pretty exciting. Those are the drill holes that we've got proposed right down into it, where we've got the extensive resistivity. We're on that right now. So that, if you can just see it as I spin it around, and it's truncated at the bottom because we've only modeled to 300 meters, the geophysics. And then we have over here, just to the east, the other diatreme route. So we're pretty excited about those. These are the things that are bringing up mineralization. At the Cascada diatreme, we've got this contact between the granular silica, which is being mined to the south of us. In our case right here, this is barren leached granular silica. But down into the massive vuggy silica, note the geologist for scale, this is about an 80-meter cliff. Down at the bottom, we've done some channel sampling where we got 0.3 and 0.4 gold. So in this part of the system, we are, there's gold flux. Just over the hill, here, this ridge line right here, where we have more granular silica, 1.7 grams. So this is telling us about the multiple events of the system. And so just keep this image in mind, granular silica, barren. And then this is an image published by Newmont and Buenaventura on the Yanacocha mine, where they have this leached granular silica at the surface. They drill down into the vuggy and massive silica, and they're hitting significant grades. And just some examples, and this is the kind of model that we're searching for: 104 meters, 1.3 grams, 165 meters of 3 grams, so on and so forth. So it's pretty exciting for us. The other important thing is the potential and size of the systems. Yanacocha, the central area here is they produced about, this is about 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers square right here. These are all the same scale, 5 million plus ounces. Pucara in its discovery, Dave Lowell was part of that at Arequipa Resources. Some of you may remember from 1996 when Barrick purchased Arequipa Resources for $1 billion. Mulatos, where Ken Bellowig worked. This is the footprint of the reserve that's been, as part of it's been produced and what's currently in the model, 4.5 million ounces. Lourdes, we can certainly fit that in there. That is one of the things that we're pretty excited about. And then we talk about Pucara. Pucara is advancing for us, and the size of it is pretty big. I mean, this is 10 kilometers by 8 kilometers, just to give you an idea what we're chasing here, where we've got all this alteration. At Pucara, we've completed geophysics, soil geochemistry. This is an outcrop, 5 grams gold. And we also have up to 17 grams gold on the surface. It's a little bit deeper eroded, so we don't see the granular silica here. So we're in the process of permitting this project. This is our land holdings, the alteration map again. The ellipsoid area is what we're permitting now, about 1.5 kilometers by 1 kilometer wide. Just one of the targets on there. This is show you just a heat map again. We got arsenic in the top right, and it's showing the zonation down to the lower left. Arsenic is what we expect on the top of a system. There's gold in the central part of the system, down to copper and moly. So this again fits the model you would typically see in high sulfidation systems as they extend into a potential porphyry copper at depth. And that's what's really got a lot of interest here. We've got some copper mineralization down in the drainage here as well, but we're certainly chasing the gold system. And yeah, so that's about it. We've got 3 projects we've ventured. We started out as a prospect generator, and we've evolved into something we've been really excited about. We want to drill ourselves, and with the help of investors over the years, from Resource Capital and Sandstorm and guys like Dave Lowell have really helped. And we're glad to be public. We're drilling right now. We expect results to start coming out in December. So on a virgin property.